I recently got asked something that I realized maybe I've never addressed. Okay, I just drove an hour to pick up what I bought myself for my birthday. Please don't tip it over here. It's tipping. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tara, a farmer from Northern California, and this channel is mainly about farming, but sometimes it's not. So yesterday was real interesting. AJ is doing school from home right now, and his office faces the pear orchard. Well, around 2:30, he said he saw a coyote 3 trees deep. 3 trees, that's how close it was. So of course he came out yelling. I came home, all the chickens were free ranging. I attempted to try to get them into the run, couldn't get them all. So I actually just got this electric fence, which it's not, I wasn't gonna use it here, but I basically worked to put this electric fence up yesterday. Well, at 4:30, 2 hours later, the freaking coyote comes back while I'm outside. So I was like screaming like a crazy person chasing it. I don't have a gun. I know I probably should, but I don't. So there really wasn't much I can do, but I put up this electric fence. The chickens are not gonna be free ranging for probably a week at the least. I'm going to call the county today. Someone told me they think the county will come and trap it. I don't think they will. I feel like the county probably doesn't care about coyotes. And if they won't come, I'm gonna have to find someone to take care of it. And I know some of you could care less and some of you it might bother, but in reality, if a coyote doesn't bother me, I don't bother it. I don't care. When I see them, it's whatever. But once they start killing my chickens, they're either gonna slowly start picking off my chickens one by one, or the coyote's gotta go. So either way, someone's gonna die, and I don't want it to be my chicken. So it's sad. I don't want to bother them, but for it to come up to my house 2 times within 2 hours with me outside, that's a problem. So that was an adventure yesterday. Like I said, oh, if you guys need an electric fence, I got this from Stromberg's Chicks and Game Birds, I think it's called, but Stromberg's for sure. I'll put a link to their description below. I'm really excited. This is my first electric fence. My goal is for it to go out in a pasture, but I put it up really quick yesterday just as like a second layer of protection. I feel bad for the girls because they're not going to be able to free range, but anyhow, that's my fun little chicken update, guys. But I am excited to show you guys what's going on at the farm, so let's go. Okay, just got to the farm. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on in the vineyard right now, and I'm also taking out this little sprayer. We have this little sprayer that's just 15 gallons, and I got this spray cone, if you guys can see it, and I'm gonna be doing some spot spraying. I've got some really big weeds that I've kind of chopped down already, and they've gotten burned, but they're just not dying. So I've got a little bit of stuff in here that I can just spot spray specifically where I want the weeds to die, and hopefully that'll take care of it. Okay, so in the vineyard right now, we are thinning and tucking and doing a little bit more suckering if there's any suckers. So we're shoot thinning. So basically, this row has been finished, and what we're doing is we're making sure that there's air and space in here. So if there's any shoots, so this is like a shoot, if there's any shoots that are pointing down, they're getting pulled off and thrown on the ground, which there aren't any here. So there's a little bit there. So any shoots that are pointing down are getting taken off, and then anything that has been falling down is getting tucked up under this catch wire I have here. So everything's getting tucked up in there. So that way a lot of the fruit is showing. They get better air, they get sun on them. Look at all the fruit, guys. It's just looking awesome. And then if there are any suckers that have started growing since the last time, they're pulling the suckers off. But right now everything is looking great. There are definitely some rows where a lot got taken off. but this row, not too much was taken off. It does hurt a little bit to see grapes on the ground, but in reality, this is actually a really good thing. This is my first harvest, and we're hoping for like a 7 or 8 ton crop, which is way more than I was originally expecting. And you don't want to push it too hard the first year because I can actually damage it next year. So 8 ton is pretty awesome for these grapes, but we're not pushing it too far. But yeah, I'm really happy with how things are looking. And now I'm just gonna start working on spot spraying. I recently got asked something that I realized maybe I've never addressed. I got asked, do all grapes start green? Do red wine grapes also start green? So if you don't know, I'm growing Sauvignon Blanc. It's a white wine. All grapes do start green. So even red wine grapes will look like this. But in a few weeks, we're gonna go through a process called veraison. During veraison, that's when the grapes start changing colors. So that's when red wine grapes will start turning that red purpley color, and my grapes will actually start looking like a translucent-y green color. And then some other white wine varietals will be like translucent gold-ish colored. So yeah, that's just a little fact for you guys. It's called veraison. All grapes will start as green, but I just realized I had never talked about that. So I appreciated the question because it's fun when I can actually answer a question. And you know, when I can't answer a question, I learn something new. Also, this nut grass is actually starting to look like it got hurt a little bit, but I got a lot of it. Got a lot of work to do. Here's one problem I really have. This is not only a weed to me, this is a poplar tree. This is a tree growing in my vineyard. The sun is shining, but there's trees right there. That's a tree. My dad has 2 huge lines of poplar trees, and they spread everywhere. The only way for me to kill it is to cut it and spray right into the cut. Otherwise they will not die, and they will grow 100 feet tall, more probably. So I've got a few in this line next to those big rows of trees, so I got to get those taken care of. Hopefully that'll take care of that one. Now a bunch more to go. And I also know I have a willow tree in the north field. Got to take care of. Slowly but surely. The breeze is picking up, so I'm not going to be doing any more spraying for now. Even with the cone, if it gets too windy, I just don't want to take any chances. But I got a little ways, got a lot of poplar trees down, and I'm staying behind the crew. So the crew is just getting into the next field, and then I'll be able to hit that maybe tomorrow morning. But gonna go find something else to do for now. Okay, I just drove an hour to pick up what I bought myself for my birthday. My baby. Oh, it's making me nervous. I know, and my nervous energy is gonna go off to everybody else.
Yeah. I'll get you square and I'll move the trailer.
Oh, it is right now. All right, we're loaded up and going. Fingers crossed. All right, we are heading out. We have about 60 miles. That's Wade Wilcox. He's the one that let me borrow the Performer in the Vineyard. If you guys saw that video. So he's an expert at moving big things because they have the Eliminator, Wilcox Ag, and he moved that all the way to Texas recently. So here we go. Quick stop just to make sure everything is strapped down really good. We haven't lost it yet. Okay, my GPS says I have 10 miles left, which is going to be the trickiest 10 miles because we have to get through a bridge and windy levee road and then my grandma's driveway, which is where the pasture is. So let's see how this goes. There's so much traffic. We're so close, but so far. All right, going through the bridge. Unfortunately, a car got between us, but he's still behind me. Going good. Okay, we're on the final street. We just have to make it down this street and then down the driveway. Narrow driveway, he has to back down. I actually think it might be okay. So windy.
I think those are higher.
Looks good.
It's in one piece.
You can do it. You're doing a great job. Please don't tip it over here. It's tipping. Oh my God. Get it on the driveway. If you lose it now, it's going to be the worst. All right, we're getting close. It's there, but we still have, we're gonna use that forklift that he brought. We're gonna go through the yard and the pasture's back there. You think transporting it here is gonna be the hard part, but I think getting it into the pasture is gonna be way harder. So we're just trying to get it lifted a little bit so we can put this board under it, and that way they can really get under there. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Oh my God, oh my God. Don't tip it over. We're just gonna go nice and slow. You gotta get it over in that area. All right, this is our tightest spot between that tree and the shop. He made it. Now we just have to get it into the pasture. I'm having a mini heart attack. Wade is cool, calm, and collected. I'm slightly dying. He had to lift it up high to get over this tree. This is gonna have to be the chicken coop for the rest of my life. Because I am like, or it's gonna have to be built in there. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Chicken coop for the rest of my life. You're rolling your eyes at me. Yeah, he already drove in and around and out. Wade, for all your towing services. If any, what do you call this? Freight services. And precision forklift driving. If anyone needs a whole building moved. Wow. It's in there. Eventually I want it in this spot, but it's still got to all be cleaned up. So at least it's in the pasture. This is amazing. There it is. Future chicken coop. Now I just got to get the roof back on it. All right. Well, it's far from perfect. I still have a ton of work to do in this pasture, but this chicken coop does have skids on the bottom and it has these huge rings so you can actually pull it with a truck or a tractor. I'm gonna have someone help me put the roof back on. It has a metal roof and all the pieces are inside the coop right now. I had so much anxiety today about this, but Wade did an amazing job. I should have never, he lifted it over the fence and I was freaking out. Oh man. But Wade was definitely the right guy for the job. I'm so thankful that he did it and it's here now. So now it's time for transformation time. It's gonna be slow, I'm gonna take my time. I got a long way to go, but I am so happy to have this coop. All right, if you guys enjoyed my video, remember to hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button and I'll catch you guys later.